And it's something that it more so like it just stands out more with us since we have the smaller numbers. Mm-hmm. It's like any like sort of like differences in like how people interact like is much more prominent than like in say like 100-person chapter where you like if you only have like a third of the people doing things, that's still more than our whole chapter population still. So it's pretty much one of those things that it's like it's more of an individual thing. Like those people exist anyway, and it's not necessarily like we want to try to encourage them, make sure that like we're helping like cater. It's like, what are you passionate? Like, why did you join this organization? How can we help you at least be involved in some capacity? Because some people like are more fond of doing service, and some people are more fond of doing the fun things like Greek Week. So it's finding that middle ground and going like, okay, how can you like contribute to the chapter like when we really need you in like this place, and like how can we motivate you? But it's again something it kind of comes back to that we just need to still continue to get more members so we can have that wiggle room so that the people who like join the chapter for one reason but might not want to be involved in a lot of things because they're doing other things that they feel are more important still. It's something that having like that buffer zone where we can still have people who are involved but not burn them out because they're having to do everything because like there's like the divide. So
talk to me a little bit about, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty with Sigmund Circle, and you made one comment, and maybe you didn't mean it how it sounded, but you said something like we try to cater the schedule so that people that really need to be there can make sure that they're there, but then people who don't necessarily need to share something, maybe it's not as important to them. So talk to me a little bit about how Sigmund Circle is important to the chapter, even if they don't need to share something, but they're supporting other members.
It's something since a lot of us like we're super involved in things, so we don't like our schedules don't line up very well a lot of the times. Even though there's less of us, it's still hard to get all of us together at one time. So it's something that like especially like from week to week, different things will happen. Whether it's someone like just had a really bad week in general, or there's like some issues going on between sisters. It's one of those things when we send out the win is good and they like respond their times, they're asked, okay, in the comments, say like, is it like critical that you attend this meeting? Because otherwise like we want to still be able to schedule the meeting and include as many people as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible with everyone's varying schedules, so we want to make sure that like the people who are like having the current issues are able to get there this week, and then like in the future weeks it'll be like not like catered, but like just making sure we're trying to reach as much of our chapter as much as possible, which is going to take some time because we can't always get everyone in 1 week.
I'd say a solid 40 to 60% attends like all, if not most, of the Sigmund circles. Again, it's more of we cater it to the most people who can attend at a certain time. But if someone's like, I really need to be there, and they can't attend at that time, we'll try to make it so that they can be there.
Sure, and I think that it makes that part of it makes total sense to me. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to wrap my head around the people who don't have to be there, making it something that's important to them. Does that make sense? So it's not like, well, if I don't have anything else possibly going on, then I guess I'll go.
Well,
but is it really the chapter supporting this thing that we've created that seems like a great initiative, and sisters really showing up and saying, we want to be here even if we don't have an issue that we're bringing to the table, but we want to support the other sisters who do?
Yeah, I'd say most of the sisters who attend each week, 90%, don't have anything specific. They just want to be there and be supportive of other people. It's hard to really say because they're confidential.
Sure.
So it's hard to find specific numbers. But I'd say by far the vast majority of the people there are not people who are like, I have to be there. And yeah.
And especially like since it is a new initiative, like especially it's in how we have it structured right now, so especially since it's a new program, we wanted to make sure that it was a voluntary thing that people who were going to be there wanted to be there because they wanted to be there. So like maybe that's something we can work on in the future, is making sure that like everyone in the chapter is definitely on board with the idea, even though everyone seems like they are, because at some point I think almost everyone has at least gone to at least one Sigmund circle at some point since we've had this started. Okay. So it's one of those things that we could probably work on that, but it's something we don't want to push too hard, because if you push too hard, then you get pushed back.
Sure. I mean, additionally, we do gavel passes, which are pretty much a mandatory Sigmund circle, and we've been trying to do them a little bit more often. like at least once a semester, usually twice a semester. And that's sort of like everyone has to be there. So it's, you know, you hear everyone's opinions.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions for us? Or anything that you feel like you missed out on?
Don't believe so.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.